Driving external traffic to your Amazon listing is a great way to boost your keyword rankings and take more control over your brand's exposure. There are some downsides to it that you need to be aware of. In this video, I'll be telling you what to avoid and what to keep in mind so your expectations are set accurately. So let's get started. Real quick, before we start, if you don't know me, my name is Ian Smith with Evolve Media. We're an Amazon marketing agency that helps sellers boost the conversion rate of their listings using photo and video content. We actually put many of our conversion rate boosting strategies in our free Amazon listing checklist. You can get access to this by going to zonchecklist.com. At Evolve Media, we help sellers rank higher, get more reviews, increase their return on ad spend, bring in new customers through off-Amazon marketing strategies, and we help sellers obtain their Amazon customer data like their names, mailing addresses, emails, and phone numbers. So if you are needing help scaling up your Amazon business, then book a free consulting call with me by going to evolvemediaagency.com. So now let's chat about some of these challenges you'll be facing when trying to drive external traffic to your Amazon listing pages. All right, so the first challenge that you're gonna face comes down to the linking. Now, when you're driving traffic from Google search, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok, majority of the traffic that these platforms are getting is from a mobile device. I wanna say it's like 80 to 90%. So when somebody clicks on your link, whether they're in Google or TikTok or Facebook, they're going to be opening your listing page's link in the actual browser that they're using. So if it's TikTok, TikTok has its own internet browser, and they're going to be opening your listing page in that internet browser. Same with Facebook, same with Google, right? Chances are Google, they may be in Safari, they may be in Google Chrome, but it's going to open your Amazon page in whatever browser they are using. And chances are they are not going to actually be logged in to their Amazon account in this specific browser. So that is already brick wall number one. They're gonna have to log in, and chances are they're not going to know their login information. I mean, I don't even know my username and password for my Amazon account. So a lot of people don't know that. So you don't wanna bet on the fact that they know that. So how do you combat this? You're gonna be needing to use deep links. Now what deep links are, is it's basically a special type of link that is going to open the Amazon app. If they're on mobile, it'll open the Amazon app for them. Chances are they have the Amazon app because they're probably a Prime member and they probably buy most of their stuff using this app. So you want to get them into the Amazon app. That's gonna bypass that big brick wall, the first one, and that's going to get them into the app, and it's gonna already help your chances of converting them into a customer. So how do you do this? How do you create a deep link? Well, the platform that I've really found to be the best is Pixelfy.me. Pixelfy has a lot of different link creating tools that you can use to deep link them. You can get keyword attribution. You can get multiple different types of keywords to get the attribution. You can add them straight to the cart. Pixelfy is a great tool to use just for the fact of being able to deep link them and get them to open the app in whatever platform they're using. Now, if you do end up signing up with a Pixelfy account, then I highly recommend you use the promo code SAVE10. That's gonna save you 10% on your monthly subscription. That's just spelled SAVE10. So again, go to Pixelfy, create an account, use the promo code SAVE10, and then create whether you wanna do a Supreme URL 3.0 or you wanna just do a plain URL, but use their links to deep link people from these social platforms, these different ad platforms, into their Amazon app. It's gonna greatly help you increase your conversion rate. The next challenge you're gonna face is purchase conversion tracking. Now, I know you may be thinking, oh, Amazon attribution, I'll just use them. Well, unfortunately, I've had horrible experiences with Amazon attribution. It's just not accurate at all. So I wouldn't bet 100% on the data that you're getting from Amazon attribution. Like, don't let that make or break your campaigns. Like, take that data with a grain of salt and appreciate that data and just understand that it is not accurate. It may be 50, 60% accurate, maybe even lower than that, but it is not fully accurate, and you should not rely on the success of your campaigns on Amazon attribution. Now, if you don't want to drive traffic to Amazon and rely on Amazon attribution, then you may be thinking, oh, well, I'll just drive them to my website because then I can do purchase conversion tracking. Shopify is great with that. Well, unfortunately, that's not really how people shop these days. So let's just say you link them to your Shopify website. They spend a lot of time, 5-10 minutes on your product page, watching all your videos, just really falling in love with your product, right? And they're like, hey, I'm ready to buy, but before I buy from this random website that I've never heard of before, let me go just search it on Amazon because I love Amazon's return policy. I'm a Prime member. I love the shipping. It's free shipping. This website is trying to charge me shipping. Let me go check it out on Amazon to see if it's there. So they go over to Amazon, they type in some keywords, they try to find your products, and if you're not on Amazon, the chances of them going with one of your competitors is high. So you just pushed one sale for your competitors. Great job. Thanks a lot for pushing sales for them. No, I'm just kidding. So when they're on your website, you wanna make it very clear that they can buy your product on Amazon. So you can either have an add to cart button for your Shopify site as well as an Amazon button, or you can just have an Amazon button, but you wanna make it very clear that your product is available on Amazon. From that button, link them over to Amazon. This is gonna reduce the chances of them buying your competitors' products on Amazon. Now, I always like incentivizing them to buy through me on Shopify. So if you wanna stack the deal and say, hey, if you buy from us on Shopify, you'll get it for this price. On Amazon, it's priced a little bit higher. Now, that's not really in line with Amazon's TOS. So maybe you can add on other freebies, like if you buy through our website, you'll get an extended warranty for free, or you can do a free digital download, give them something for free extra for buying from your website. Obviously, always do free shipping on your website and try to tell them that the shipping speed is gonna be comparable to what they would get with Amazon. But ultimately, you wanna give them the option to either buy from your website or from Amazon, and then link them over to Amazon if they do prefer to buy from Amazon, because if you don't, they may just go to Amazon, try to find your product and buy one of your competitors. So when this happens and they go and try to buy from you on Amazon, obviously it goes back to our first point of being conversion tracking. Well, that now goes out the window. And if you're just gauging the performance of your ads based on your website sales, then it's not going to be accurate because they're going to your website and then they're finding their way over to Amazon to buy from you there. So you need to take the holistic approach. And when you're spending money on Google or TikTok or Facebook or whatever the ad platform, you need to look at your overall revenue in your business and you need to determine, okay, I spent this much money on ads and overall revenue from Amazon and revenue from my website was this much. Now, did that make sense to spend that money on ads? You need to kind of look at it as a long-term thing and as like a very high-level thing. Don't look at it like in the platforms. What is the data from each platform telling you? What is Amazon attribution telling you? I work with so many clients and they're constantly saying, hey, Amazon attribution is showing us that we got 3 sales, but we've seen a bump in Amazon sales, but Amazon attribution is only saying we got 3 sales. So you need to keep in mind, Amazon attribution is not accurate, and people take the route of going to the website, learning a whole bunch about a product, and then going to Amazon to try to buy it. Now you need to make sure that you're on both, so make it easy for them to find you on Amazon, because the worst thing that can happen is you spend money on ads, you drive them to your website, they go to Amazon, and they buy your competitor's product. Obviously, you don't want that to happen. Now, another challenge you need to keep in mind is the customer's buying cycle. So many times our clients are saying, hey, we've been running ads for a month and we're just not seeing a profitable return on ad spend. What's going on? We need to turn it off. We need to change things up. And I tell them, you need to know your customer's buying cycle. They may not buy right after seeing the first ad. It may take them some time. They're gonna buy when they wanna buy. They're gonna buy on their own terms, not on your terms, not based on when they saw the ad. They're gonna buy it if it aligns with their payment, like when they actually get their paycheck. It's gonna have to align with the season. It's gonna have to align with their other personal finances. Maybe they just had a lot of money go out because they're a business owner and they just paid taxes for last year. Or maybe they just made a big purchase into their kids' college. Or maybe XYZ, everybody's got their own different finances. So you need to understand that people aren't just going to necessarily see your ad and then buy immediately. Maybe if you're in impulse buy territory where it's like $5, $10, $15, $20, but if you're over $30, it starts to get to that price point where people need a little bit more time to think about it, sit on it, sleep on it, determine if they really need your product and when is right for them to actually buy your product. Now you can help combat this by putting a little coupon, you know, that little checkbox on your listing, because that's gonna push urgency. That's gonna get people to buy a lot quicker because they know coupons aren't always on listings. So if you're running some ads for a period of time, put a coupon on your listing for maybe that same period of time so that you can really gauge and you can push people to making their decision a little bit quicker, right? Get them to be a little bit more impulsive with their buying. Coupons would definitely are a way that you can try to push sales a little bit faster and get them to buy a little bit more on your terms rather than their terms. Now, another thing that you need to know when it comes to driving external traffic to your Amazon listing page or to your website, or in general when you're driving any kind of ad traffic anywhere, you need to know that ad platforms take time to optimize. When you turn on that ad for the first day or two, it's going to perform very bad. It's going to perform probably the worst that it ever does. It needs to get optimized. That whole AI algorithm, all the robots and stuff that run the ads, they need to get smarter. They need to see who is actually engaging with these ads. How can they get the click rates down? What keywords are they betting on? Maybe the keywords are cheaper this day than they are the next day. So overall, you need to give them about a week or to actually get optimized. Think of it like as a train. Trains don't go from like 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds. Trains take like several miles to get up to their top speed or the speed they're going to be traveling at. So think of your ads like that. Give them time to optimize, and then don't make a whole bunch of changes in that process. You can't be slicing and dicing and getting surgical with your ads, making a whole bunch of changes and expect them to continue to optimize. Anytime that you make some big changes, they're going to have to re-optimize and take that time again to get back up to running at a good optimal rate. Also, as they're optimizing, the pixel is getting smarter. The data that they're collecting is getting smarter, so you need to give it time to actually collect this data. Sometimes with some ad platforms, you can upload customer data and other data that can kind of speed that process up, but not all platforms can do this. Facebook used to be able to do this, but nowadays Facebook ain't even about that life. Facebook has really gone downhill fast. But just know that the pixels need to get smarter in order to give you a better cost per click and cost per conversion and all that kind of stuff. Ultimately though, where you want to be is with email marketing. Email marketing is going to be your lowest cost for traffic. It's going to be the place where you can just hit people and immediately you can drive action. So if you're doing like a last minute sale, like a Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day sale, and you want to drive action for just a weekend or just a short time period, email is going to be your go-to. So I definitely recommend you invest time and money into building your email list, hitting your email list, keeping that email list warm and engaged. Don't always just hit them with offers and sales type of wording and offers, right? You want to hit them with content and make them look forward to wanting to open up your email. So ultimately, email is going to be your safe haven, like your ground base, your foundation for your marketing communication, because it's going to be your lowest cost. And that's how you can ultimately increase the lifetime value of your customers so that you have customer acquisition, then you have upsells and cross sells, which gets them to spend more with you over a year's time. If you need help getting your Amazon customers' email addresses, we actually have a service that we offer, Amazon Customer Data Download. Just go to evolvemediaagency.com to book a call with me to learn more about this service. But we can get your Amazon customers' data for the last 3 months. Then we can start emailing them. We can start warming up that email communication channel, and we can get them to actually buying from emails instead of having to always hit them and pay top dollar to hit them with an ad. And lastly, the very best traffic source that there is out there is organic traffic. Like this video that you're watching right now, right? I'm going to put this video out into the internet. It's going to sit on a shelf on YouTube, and it is going to ultimately drive free views for me, free traffic, right? So that's where you want to be. You want to create organic content to post on YouTube, TikTok, maybe Instagram, maybe even Amazon posts once that kind of gets some wind and starts rolling a little bit better. Maybe even blogs to be posted on Google and rank high in the Google search results. But ultimately, organic traffic and content that's just living out there to be stumbled upon by somebody searching around, and then they find it and then they click on this and then it leads them over there and then they buy your product, and you didn't even pay for them to buy your product. You paid a long time ago when you created that content, posted it to your website or posted it to YouTube or TikTok or wherever it went, right? That drove that sale and that got you that conversion at a very low cost, and hopefully you acquired their email in the process. So there are my tips and things to avoid, things to look out for, things to consider and keep in mind when you're actually driving external traffic to Amazon, trying to build your Amazon business, trying to also just drive sales to your website. Keep all this stuff in mind because it's going to help you set your expectations accurately and correctly so that you don't turn off an ad that's actually performing way better than you thought it was just because you couldn't see the direct correlation. You couldn't see the exact line of how well it was performing, but it was doing great, but you turned it off prematurely and you just didn't know that you had a winner, right? Until maybe down the line you find out that it was a winning because you see that your sales all of a sudden dip and you're like, well, why did my sales go down? Anyway, hopefully this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.